Hello, good morning. I wanted to do a quick video on all the stuff behind me, gallery wall, because I've been collecting posters for a very, very long time. But this is the first time we bought a house, um, well, 2 years ago. This house is 98 years old. The walls are plaster, so I thought there was no way that I was going to be able to put like a bunch of pictures up because plaster, you can't put a hole in plaster. It just creates cracks. I mean, I had to repair this wall like crazy, this particular wall like crazy. I mean, there's cracks all over the place. I had to put the tape on and the joint compound and all that fun stuff before painting. But you can see, I figured out a way to do it. So, again, had to really patch up this wall. Painted it. This is Benjamin Moore Great Barrington Green. I think dark green is like a neutral, so I think it goes really well with a whole bunch of different colors because you can see I have a lot of bright colors on here, and I thought that was just a good base for it. And I wanted to go over each piece quickly. So this one, bought this one during the pandemic during an Adobe, one of those online conferences. So that's where that came from. I think I got that frame at Amazon. I'll go over some of the framing too, because in many cases, the framing's a lot more expensive than the actual pieces. Like this one, for example, this Dolly one. Arleta, Tennessee. I got this one in a print shop in Knoxville. And the frame, I thought gold frame for Dolly, it's totally appropriate, but this frame definitely costs more than the print. This one, I think I just got this frame at Michael's and did it myself. I got this, there's a map guy on Capitol Hill where I used to live in DC. So that's where that came from. And there's a few posters that I've had for just years and years. I was just looking for a place to put them. Like this one, this one from Mexico. Because, I mean, I'm just a print geek. So got this one, and then also this one on top. This Grandin, that's the neighborhood I live in. It's Grandin Village. I got those two at the same place. It's a poster shop in Montreal. They have an online shop. It's called La Fichiste. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, they have a really great selection of posters, and I got interested in them in the first place. Well, I love Montreal. I try and go there as much as I can. But this particular shop, they have a really good selection of the Polish Poster School. If you're unfamiliar with the Polish Poster School, they did a lot of circus posters and things like that in, see if I get the time frame right, the 60s and 70s, and I think the early 80s too, just before communism fell, because that was one of the only outlets for artists in Poland at that time. And I got obsessed with the Polish Poster School because going back when I was a little kid, I grew up in the Bay Area. There was a restaurant, like rest stop kind of dealy, called the Nut Tree. If you grew up in the 70s and the 80s, you probably have been to the Nut Tree. But their restaurant, they were just covered with like those Polish circus posters. So that's how I got obsessed with posters and print design, just like when I was very, very little. So anyway, La Fichiste got a really good selection. Um, Not the cheapest, but I think the prices are pretty reasonable. So, and then this one, that's a Shepherd Fairy. If you're familiar with the style, I got that in an auction. I think I paid like 150 for it, so I don't know if that's a good price or not, but I don't care because I love it. This piece, this pollution piece, I got this at an art fair in Roanoke, which is where I live. They have a really cool, like an art show kind of a thing every June. I think it's the first weekend in June. They have like all these artists from like all over the Southeast selling their work, so that was pretty cool. And this one next to it, the Doc Martens, I've had this one for like almost 30 years. You can see the 1995, that's probably when I bought it. And I bought this one specifically because it has the typo. They misspelled Doc Martens. And I'm just obsessed with like print typos too. I mean, I don't know why. I can't explain it, but I try and collect them whenever I see them. And then over here, these are the last three. The one in the middle, I got the peep, given the finger. I got that at Tower Records. You remember Tower Records? Yeah, that's where I got it. That's how long I've had it. Um, yeah, and I think I just framed that one myself. I framed the other two myself too. Just pull back a little bit. You see these old French ads? A really good and not too expensive place to collect old French ads. These are both, the one on the top and the one on the bottom. I got them both at the same time. But they are prints from the French National Library. I think they cost like maybe, I think it was like 20 euros. And they will just make a color print for you and ship it to you. I mean, it included the shipping. So that's a pretty inexpensive way to get some French art on your wall. And last thing I wanted to go over was how I've been painting them, because again, no holes in plaster. Um, like these smaller things, like these three, this triptych thing. These are photos from Portugal. I just have stickers on them. So most of the smaller pieces I have stickers, but these heavier pieces, I didn't think the stickers could support the weight, because like this one in particular, this pollution one's really heavy. The frame's really heavy. So what I did is I got, you can see up top, I've got a suspension system, and it's about 6 feet wide, and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures hanging off it, and I think it was like around $200. But installing it, you can see, oh, I got this ugly popcorn ceiling that came with the house. I don't know what to do with it, but I had to measure it specifically because there's 8 screws up here. So it's screwed into the ceiling. So that was challenging. And also some teamwork with my husband. So, um, yeah, that's it. That's how I got my gallery wall in my office now, my new office. Really happy with the results. Took me a really long time to collect and also get all the stuff on the wall and frame it. So, hope you like it and see you next time. Thanks. Bye.